Well, hello my friends, it's been a long time. I think I haven't put out a video since November, and there were various reasons for this. I had a rough time this year, honestly. What better time to try and reconnect with my tubular friends? The world is, quite frankly, worse than it's ever been. The planet's worse. Where you live is probably worse than it was a couple of years ago or 10 years ago. And it's been a gradual decline in what we're experiencing. We are experiencing climactic hell. We are experiencing the fallout from economic insanity coming out of that thing that I refuse to say his name anymore. That office, that big office, the one with the smashed up construction going on. He's been driving me crazy, so I will not listen. I will not be outraged anymore. I will just say, Lech. I don't have to, okay? I don't have to pay any attention to the man behind the curtain. Everything's been weighing on me so heavily, and I thought I need to reconnect with people because I've been going crazy. I've been going out of my mind. That's not really an unusual state to be in for me, but lately it's getting worse, I think it's just the stress. It's the stress of living in these times, and everybody's feeling it. Everybody's feeling like, what's happened to our world? Why have things turned to shit? Well, everything just has to turn to shit eventually because humans are involved, and humans like to create shit. And they think they're being very clever and brilliant, but really what they're doing is just creating mounds of garbage and mounds of destruction and all that stuff. Now, I don't want to be negative. Well, no, I'm not a negative guy at all. I'm actually positive. I'm positive that things are shitty right now. But that doesn't mean we have to give up, right? Should we go bury ourselves in a hole in the ground and wait for the end? I don't know. I'm not going to do that because I still want to experience the last little bit of sanity that surrounds me in terms of people that are still sane, because most people are insane or they're completely brainwashed and they're walking around like zombies attached to their phone 24/7. Things worked out for us before we had these devices, and technology is just it's getting horrible. It's not fun anymore. It's not. You can't use it for creativity because AI will take that creativity and just get rid of it and say, no, AI will do it for you. And we see the tons of jobs being lost, these god-awful data centers going up, sucking the life out of the planet even faster than it's being sucked out. I don't know. I don't get it. I don't get it. Why do we want machines to think for us? Because we're all just gonna become zombies. That's the problem with it. Complete zombification of humanity. Now it's too late to save ourselves, I guess, because any way you look at it, things are gonna come and hit us. I mean, that's what life is all about, right? But it's also about finding your center, finding a peace in spite of all that's going on around you. And this is what I'm trying to do with my life. So I think that this year, what's left of it, I'm probably going to start doing more of these videos just because I noticed the algorithm has changed again on the Tubular universe, and nothing gets recommended unless it's making money, right? Fortunately, I find certain channels that I'm subscribed to that don't make a lot of money. I don't make any money, as a matter of fact. The best channels are channels that don't make money. I canceled my Tubular premium thing because I thought, Why? All the channels I have that I really like don't make any money, so therefore I won't see the brainwashing ads that are unskippable, and it's all become corporate. And I miss the days of old, the days when Tubular Thing was just not as business-like and big and enormous and crawling around the world, and all these people that put out AI videos that suck, and this very proper voice that AI uses, and people can't even be bothered to speak into a camera anymore. What's wrong with them? They've got to get a machine to speak for them? And it sucks. I click on those videos once in a while, and I just, I'm not gonna put up with that stuff. I didn't know it was all AI. And so much of the Tubular universe is AI. And it's nothing. It stinks. It's rotten. I just wish people would fight back a little bit against all of the shitification of all the technology. Why does everything have to be made worse, more complicated, but worse? It's always getting worse. Whether it be software, you can't own anything anymore. No, you got to rent everything. You can't own a piece of software and use it whenever you want. They even took the disc players off of Windows, and computers that you buy, you have to buy a thing to play discs on anymore, and you can't load software that way. Even if you have old software, you can't use it anymore, so it'll fill up landfills, you know? I mean, it's just crazy. It never ends, the enshittification of everything. Everything. I think I made a video on that already, but I'm just melding off on the things that are on my mind lately. Wait till we get these robots, AI-controlled robots, patrolling the streets, checking up on you and making sure you're being a good little boy or girl. Yes, Big Brother, and we knew it was coming, but it's coming so fast at us and slapping us upside the head at this point. Huge databases of everybody who's ever been online. I remember days when nobody knew who you were, other than maybe your name, right? And your address, your phone number. So, but it was less complicated, and you were less worried about sharing information. I don't want to share information because somebody might use it for ill intent. And there's so many people that are doing ill intent stuff. My God, the scam phone calls and the scam emails and the scam. It's like an entire industry is built on scamming. And when the most powerful, supposedly, person in the world has built an entire career from scamming, it's no wonder kids will grow up wanting to be scammers themselves. I'm tired of machines that purport to make art. They can never make art. They can never touch the human soul, feel emotion. And the more I see of fakeness, it makes me want to go back to a place where I could sit in a coffee house and listen to somebody playing guitar and singing. Totally analog, no tricks, no electronics, no flashing lights, just the music, the art. And now that we have machines that purport to create art, what becomes of the artist? Algorithmically excluded from society by machines, by artificial thinking, which is just aggregating every piece of art and every film and everything down and collecting it all and spitting it out. And they claim it's thought, it's art. I'm on Blue Sky. And if you're on Blue Sky, check out Veg the Aging Hippie on Blue Sky. And I find on Blue Sky, there's a lot of posts, and they post it as synth art. Like, this is supposed to move us, this lack of creativity, this prompt to make up a picture. I spent hundreds of hours on a single painting, but images become worthless in a world that's crowded with images and fakeness. So many YouTube channels are fake. They're not humans anymore. They're run by somebody somewhere who's typing in commands to AI to create some kind of entertaining thing. And people make money off of this. And I just don't like the idea of social media as a commercial entity. I always wanted to feel like it was a democratization of media, but it's become something else over the years. It's become more and more commercial, and you need more and more people that have big budgets and production teams, and it's the same stuff over and over again. And so many of the intros to these videos and even the large channels and everything are total sensationalism that prey on people's emotions. They prey on people's emotions, and especially in the political realm, because there's a lot of emotions going on in the political realm. I think there's some appreciation for humanity left, not machines, and not being plugged into these machines 24/7. And yet people are lonelier than they ever have been. It does not make sense. This was supposed to connect the world, right? The internet was supposed to make us all understand each other. And instead, it's become AI generated sumo wrestling. I don't know. What we are doing is our technology is out racing any sense of wisdom, any sense of listening to music that isn't created on a machine, to seeing art that was created with that artist touching his brush to the canvas and making something beautiful because it was part of his soul or her soul. It was from their heart. It was from their mind, their human experiences. And that's what makes art. You can't pilfer everything from the history of art and make it, mash it all up and then spit it out again electronically, because it doesn't have a soul. You know, I've been on YouTube for a long time. This is my return, and every once in a while, I have to have a hiatus from the tubular universe, because for one thing, you know, the algorithm will keep the thing down, and I don't care anymore. And I have made contacts through this channel of people that I consider dear friends that I've never actually had a chance to meet in person and give them a hug, you know. I miss human connection. In my youth, when I hitchhiked everywhere around the continent, I had human connection. Some of it wasn't all that great. Some of it, most of it was wonderful. Is when people trusted each other a little bit more. Mind you, when you're young, you don't think about any possible consequences to crazy things like hitchhiking across the continent and what could go wrong. But mostly it was human to human connection. And that's something our society has really lost. And it's these machines, it's uh, it's generative AI, or as I'd like to call it, degenerative AI, because it degenerates culture. I did get a little buzz from watching the last Colbert show, especially the ending, to see all those people just expressing a joy that playing real music and having an old Beatle fronting them. And I love that Beatles song, Hello Goodbye. So that was, I had that going in my head for days afterwards, because, sometimes you absorb the music you heard all your life and it becomes a part of you. Well, that's all I have to say to all of you. I'd like to see more views, sure, just because we can connect more with more real people to make our little corner of the internet expand it a little bit. I don't care about money. I'm not gonna. Oh, you see, I shouldn't say that, because the tubular algorithm will say, well, he doesn't want to sell ads. Yeah, I want to sell ads. Lots of them. I want mid-roll ads, pre-roll ads, all that ads. So you hear that, AI? I want to make a lot of money by posting as many ads on this channel as possible. So please take note of that and increase my viewership. Signed, sincerely, Veg, the aging hippie. I hope everybody is doing well in spite of the darkness of the times. Storms never last, or sometimes they just get worse. I'm happy just to be here still, and to be living, and to be experiencing the decline and fall of civilization. And stay happy. Put your face towards the wind and stay happy. Because without happiness, life becomes meaningless. And with despair comes meaninglessness. And life should have meaning and not meaninglessness. Meaninglessness. It shouldn't be like that. Peace, love, and we'll see you soon.